Thanks for joining us live from the News Hub here at Adesawe Kanda in Accra. My name is Portia Gabo.
My name is Alfred Okanse. Coming up tonight.
News 360 headlines is brought to you by Deluxy Acrylic Paint, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil,
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste,
and Apart Foods.
My Life Insurance.
Tonight, minorities decide on the Health Committee of Parliament after inspecting a Yilo Krobo Municipal Hospital in Somanya accuses sector minister of providing half-truths on the state of the hospital projects.
And also coming up tonight, the cost and timing of procuring a new presidential jet generating another debate barely 24 hours after the announcement.
Our leading security expert, Professor Kwesienin, says linking social media activist Ibrahim Kake's death to his family is unfair and only for the convenience of the political establishment.
And coming up in business news, Bank of Ghana buys 280 kilograms of gold 3 months after the domestic gold purchase program launch.
An international front, World Health Organization horrified over sexual exploitation by aid workers in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We're live on Q3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. So always, if you haven't downloaded the 3 News app as yet, please go onto your Google Play Store or the App Store and download the 3 News app. And let's connect into our first story this evening as the body of a yet-to-be-identified male has been retrieved from the Abuabo River at Ahenema Kokobing in the Ashanti region after Monday's downpour. 5 people who understand have been reported missing. William Evans Income has come through with the following report.
6 people are feared missing. 1 body has been identified and has been deposited at the Kofanochi Teaching Hospital morgue. So it is obvious that most of these structures are sitting on the waterways. They just needed sand to block the passage. But when nature decided to strike, there was nothing, absolutely nothing to stop nature. And that is the result we see. This track was not spared after flood waters had ripped the ground. Parts of Ahenema Kokobing has been flagged as flood-prone areas, but estate developers continue to mount structures. Francis Dodu, the Kumasi Metro NADMO officer, tells me all attempts to persuade these developers have failed, but now they will apply force within the confines of the law.
Projects such as this is what I always have been talking of. NADMO, we have a limit that we could get to. When we undertake inspection, then we get to know that the very thing going on will pose a threat or will worry people. We bring to the notice of the engineers. NADMO can go beyond that level. Any demolition that NADMO could undertake or our hands can go directly in it. The very moment the rain we see and it's working, we see that the whole place is a frapon area, then we have the logistics. All that we will do is we come in, then we pull it down.
William Evans Income, TV3 News, Kumasi.
Away from the Ashanti region, the minority in parliament is demanding why the fully completed 120-bed Yilo Krobo District Hospital at Somanya in the eastern region remains under lock and key after an August deadline promised by the health minister. According to the minority side of the health committee, the sector minister has been providing half-truths on the state of the abandoned hospital.
Fully equipped, there's everything, and even an ambulance right on standby. What are the ripple effects of this on the local economy and also the people of your constituency?
We can see that depreciation is going on. Once you have a facility today, by next year, there's a year's depreciation. So yes, there's an effect on the economy. And if you don't have good health facilities or if the people do not benefit from good health, of course, it affects their business lives, and therefore it impacts them negatively when it comes to the economy. So I'm making my final appeal. I'm calling on His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. I'm calling on the Health Minister. I want to remind the Health Minister that we had a conversation on this, and up to now, nothing has happened.
When I was coming, I thought I was going to see medical doctors and nurses in this facility. Unfortunately, it's been handed over technically to the ministry, and they're still idling. If you're not very careful, you see the grasses have started growing weedy, and very soon the facilities will also start deteriorating. So I think that I will add to the appeal from the MP that government must immediately operationalize this facility.
There's a standby ambulance in the background. There's a generator. The facility is actually fully equipped, ready to be used. Whatever is necessitating the delay in the facility becoming fully operational remains quite unanswered. Komla Kluche, TV3 News, Somanya.
Well, this is something that we've been really keeping this team on over the period, highlighting the real issues about the abandoned health projects at the expense of the Ghanaian people. Yeah, and so many questions remaining unanswered. Hopefully we'll get to the true fact of this situation. But from one situation to another, Alfred. Absolutely. Talking about the true facts, the discussion about the prudence of procuring a presidential jet has led to mixed reactions about the timing of the cost of a jet for the president, whilst the minority in parliament described the procurement as profligate expenditure. The Director of Communications at the Presidency, UGIN, justifies the purchase. She recalled yesterday addressing the presidential press call. It is not the first time efforts are being made to procure a bigger jet for the country. A previous attempt by the Kufuor administration was cancelled by the Mills administration. But what do Ghanaians think? Take a look.
Recently, we just heard that the president of Liberia was using our private jets, which means it's functional. I don't know what they need the new jet for, but if the old one is still functional, I think we should just stick to the old one and be using it. That money should go into other things like there are many. When you go to this guy Teacher Kojo, he's doing this campaign, Fix GES. You see so many schools. I mean, we should put that money into fixing those schools instead of buying a new jet.
They should just recreate the old one and then, I mean, use it. Instead of using that money, they can use it to build development or even create more jobs, because it's too much. It's too much. 420 million, come on, man. No, I don't accept it.
If the money is there, you can buy it. But now that we don't have money and there's a lot of things that the government needs to do, I don't think it's necessary for him to buy it. He can use it to create employment for other youth.
He don't need. What do you need it for? You know, he can put things in order and make a country to have infrastructures. We need it here. These are very hard here in the country. So buying aircraft, in me, it doesn't make any sense.
It's a waste of money, and there's more projects that need to be done for this country and for the people. We need to give back to the people so they can put more money back into the economy. So for us to spend more money on an aircraft, I don't think it's needed.
He already has one he uses for his personal travel, so is it necessary to get a new one? It's just unnecessary. We have a lot of other things to tackle. We can use the resources and the funds for other way more important projects.
I think there are lots of things we can do with that, as we have the old one that has been going and coming. It has no sport. So I think we have the health sector there, we can invest, the education sector there. Even some of our roads are not good. We can check on that and everything. You can use that amount of money to support all that thing, rather than using it to buy a new aircraft.
This new plane where president say they are going to buy, it not go help anybody. It go help only them big men themselves. We poor people, we need what we look for. If them are big men, then get them our own money, gather them our money, go buy them a plane to travel, fine, no problem. Giving work safe not there. No work. Where you get the money, go buy the plane.
Well, so those are the views on the Ghanaian people up on the streets. And just bear in mind that what we have, I'm just going to run you through the 4 presidential jets that we've had in this country. First off is what we have currently. That's the Falcon 900X Easy aircraft. This was the current and 4th presidential jet ordered in 2008 by the then President John Ejura. The documentation for this particular aircraft arrived in Parliament in 2008. In fact, this was a request for the purchase of 2 aircrafts. There was a Boeing business jet, which was going to cost a little over $105 million. When the Mills administration took over, they cancelled the request for one of the 2, and then we purchased this one. Then if you go back a bit, you have the Gulfstream GRI, the 3rd presidential jet. The Gulfstream was brought in by President Jerry John Rawlings sometime in 1998 as well. That also went through its own phase. If you go beyond that, just a little into history, the Dutch-made Fokker 28 was also acquired by under the then General Ignatius Kutre Champon in 1976. Then there was the maiden DH-125, which was acquired in 1962 by Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first presidential jet, which he used till he was ousted in 1966. Let's give brief context to where we are now with presidential jets and already the talk about some measures in place to get a new jet. Portia.
Thank you, Alfred, for that analysis. By more news tonight, the linking of social media activist Ibrahim Kaka's death to his family is unfair and only for the convenience of the political establishment. Professor Kwesi Enin, Director, Faculty of Academic Affairs and Research at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Center, tells Roland Walker, while sanctions have been recommended for security personnel, the Ashanti Regional Minister should have also been sanctioned.
The biggest surprise for me is the argument, or what I've termed as a very convenient argument as to why the activist died and who the perpetrators could be. That I found very convenient, and I think a possible diversionary tactic to reduce the specter of even more violence. I don't think it's about body cams. It's about a police service in which first, the personnel are treated with the dignity and the respect that they deserve, consistent retraining to be able to understand the changing dynamics of crime, where we tie in operational resources to where there's concentration of crime, and we see results arising from that positive correlation between resource allocation and crime reduction.
Professor Kwesi Enin is worried the committee's findings indicting the actions of the military and police personnel clearly re-echoes concerns about a breakdown in command structure of the security services, abuse of operational procedures, which was recorded in other crisis situations, including the Ayawaso by-election.
I fault the report a little bit that the Ashanti Regional Minister ought to have been sanctioned because he is the political boss of the whole region and the head of the Regional Security Council. We see an interlocking and overlapping series of security governance failures, of crass incompetence, irresponsibility, leading not only to the death and maiming of individuals, but to the traumatization of a whole town.
Let's stay a bit further on this. As family of slain social media activist Ibrahim Mohammed Kaka has rejected findings of the 3-member ministerial committee which probed the June 29 disturbances in Ejura. According to the family, the committee failed to do a thorough job.
The 55-page document was released on Monday, September 27, after calls by stakeholders to make the report public. The report sought to conclude that the murder of Kaka was as a result of a family feud. But the spokesperson of Kaka's family, Nafiu Mohammed, disagrees, describing the findings as speculative.
The report tried to sway the minds of people to that fact that he is not, so that the blame is not centered on his family. We, the family, think that the committee have not done any investigation to come out with those speculations. The family still takes it as a speculations because all what they are saying you can realize from their wording that they will say it's probably, meaning there is a limit of uncertainty.
The committee recommended adequate compensation for families of the two persons who were shot dead by armed military personnel during the June 29 protest. But families of the deceased want officers involved in the shooting and killing of their relatives prosecuted. This, they say, will serve the justice they've been yearning for to assuage their pain.
There's no justice simple because we wanted the perpetrators to be bring into book, judge them. After the judgment, punish them. After the punishment, if there's something like compensating to the family of the victim, we are happy about it. We want this impunity of this country to stop.
Yes, we want to be compensated, but the perpetrators should be disciplined.
Despite the apprehension among some residents, the mood in the Ejura township is calm. They fear the youth might hit the streets again following sections of the report on Kaka's murder. The Dagomba chief of Ejura is appealing for calm. We're asking for patience. We need peace in the Ejura community. Families of the four who sustained gunshot injuries say they are waiting for the compensation package before commenting on the report.
Well, let's stay further a bit on this. And I've been joined on the telephone by the Dean of the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College. But most importantly, he was a member of the three-member ministerial committee that was established by the Interior Minister to probe into this Ejura killings, the report which has been made public. Dr. Vladimir Chidanso, I thank you very much for your time this evening, sir. Hello, Dr. Vladimir Chidanso, can you hear me?
Hello, yes.
I thank you very much for your time this evening. I'm sure you've been reading.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. As a member of the committee, what's your reaction to the divergent views that have been expressed after the release of the report, and then also some of the recommendations that you have made?
Well, the question is not clear. My views about views expressed. How will I know which views have been expressed?
The specific reactions, for instance, to some of the recommendations you've made for police to be given body cameras, also that the military should review the actions of the lieutenant colonel that led the group in Ejura?
Yes, these are recommendations, but until I know the views you are talking about, my view on the views cannot be good right now. What are the views, negative or positive? I don't know.
Oh, there are mixed reactions. As a matter of fact, for instance, the family of Kaka say that they do not agree with your conclusion that Kaka's death is not linked specifically to his social media activism, and that it was as a result of a family feud. The question is that because you didn't go...
views one after the other. I've heard about those Kaka's thing. Of course, it's rather unfortunate that ab initio, Kaka's family or some members of the Kaka's family had been made to believe that we were coming to find out who killed Kaka. That's not part of our remit. And we told them at the committee that if they have any information, they should give it to the CID. In criminal cases, no committees are set up. This is a criminal case and the CID will deal with it. And I don't think the media also has handled this properly. They're making the Kaka family believe that we have some magic wand to find out within the period that we have who killed Kaka. It's not part of our work. So if they are saying they are not accepting it and the media is giving a hype on it, I am surprised. They must be told what our work remit was and whether we work according to the remit given us by the authority that established us. So we didn't go to find who killed Kaka, but what Kaka's death engendered. Now, there were reports, they came to us, and from their own family, people told us how he died and whatnot. So that was our reference point. And we are saying, from all that we've had, it may be plausible, the more plausible about the evidence we have before us. Remember, we say evidence before us shows that it may be a family feud, and we put it there clearly. And we said the rest belongs to the CID. So who is expecting us to have conclusion with Kaka's death? For heaven's sake, let the media have it right and educate the public about that. All the other recommendations emanated from our findings. We can't go beyond our findings. We can't go beyond our findings. So if anybody thought we're going to bring anything beyond our findings, he's also wrong. So let's put that straight. Anything you have against us would be anything that we have found, but we did not conclude on that. So it is findings and conclusions that are recommended. They must not have logic. And anybody who goes through the report and does not find this kind of logic, then can take us on. In any case, we don't owe a duty to anybody, but to the people who sent us. What they do with it is not our problem again. People are asking me when and how it was the recommendations are going to be implemented. It's not a moot question, a ridiculous question, because we've done our work. It depends on the government to do the implementation. We don't have any compelling constitutional right to ask government to do A or B or C at this time or at that time. That's all I can say about what we have.
Okay. Another reaction to that other aspect of your recommendation, there was really no specific sanction, for instance, mentioning there for the Ashanti Regional Minister, who is the chair of the Regional Security Council. Like as Professor Kwesiene and your colleague believe that because of his own statement before you as a committee, there should have been some sanctions meted out or recommended because of some of the things he said before you.
Can you come at some of part of your detail were swallowed? I didn't hear that.
I was specifically
recommendations to, on who?
On the Ashanti Regional Minister, who is the chair of the Regional Security Council. Because of his testimony before you, that he gave the order. In fact, he was aware of the military going to Ejura. According to Professor Kwesiene, there should have been some sanctions recommended by you.
Well, that Kwesiene's thinking. Our thinking may be different. He's the head of the RECSEC, and if you read the report very well, we're not happy about civil-military relationship that was not properly in terms of the SOPs, that the standard operation procedures, and we put it there. But what else could we have done? He's the head of the RECSEC, and we only said that the way the military was invited shouldn't have been the case, and that's all. And if people think he should have been reprimanded or whatever, we don't know. But we didn't find anything that should tell us that, no, I mean, as I said, it is findings, conclusions, and recommendations. So everybody has their own right of this. If you were part of the committee, you would have had to maybe a different conclusion, but that's the conclusion we get.
Professor Vladimir Chidanso, thank you very much for your time this evening. As for the sake of time, we move on. So he is a member of the 3-member ministerial committee established to probe the Ejura killings. Portia.
In more news tonight, Country Director for Marie Stopes Ghana, Ann Cullen, has called for the acceptance of the proposed curriculum on reproductive health education at the launch of this year's Family Planning Week celebration in Accra. She underscored the need for adolescents to be adequately informed to enable them make informed choices.
109,888 cases of teenage pregnancies were recorded last year, according to the Ghana Health Service. 107,023 cases were between the ages of 15 and 19, and 2,865 between 10 and 14. Lack of parental control, irresponsibility, and inadequate sex education, among others, remain factors attributed to the high numbers. Last year, the general populace kicked against the new curriculum on reproductive health education for pupils at the basic level. Concerns were that it could negatively influence the students. But the country director for Marie Stopes Ghana, Ann Cullen, disagrees.
We understand that we're working in a certain cultural context, that certain elements will not be able to be discussed. At the same time, there's certain key elements that are there that actually need to be discussed. So we need to take away the fears that exist amongst leaders, amongst parents, that there's nothing harmful in that curriculum. And as we see now the consequences that we've faced in 2020 with over 100,000 teenage pregnancies, these girls could have continued their school easily, nor get pregnant, and have the right information to make their choices. And I think we as a society have the obligation to protect these girls.
Director for Family Health Division at the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Kofi Issa, said much progress has been made in managing the country's population growth.
It is worse. I can tell you that we have problems with data collection, but the data collection has improved. Now, this country is a bit funny. Age of consent to sex is 16. Age of marriage is 18. But these are all within the teenage period.
Well, the Cape Coast Magistrate Court has remanded the police officer who is standing trial for having sex, allegedly with a female suspect who was being held in police cells. 36-year-old Lance Corporal Isaac Apoma on Saturday allegedly released 29-year-old suspect Theresa Forson in exchange for sex. Theresa had earlier been convicted in a theft case and was in custody at the Nkamfua police station awaiting sentencing. Lance Corporal Apoma, who made his first appearance before the court, was charged with rape and aiding the escape of a convict. Presenting the facts of the case, Assistant Superintendent of Police Daniel Mensah told the court that the accused was the station officer at the Nkamfua police station at the time. Lance Corporal Apoma, in a conversation with Miss Forson, said the detective handling her case was troublesome and that he could free her if she allowed him to have sex with her. He said Miss Forson agreed, and after the sexual intercourse, Lance Corporal Apoma opened up the cells for her to leave.
Let's now focus on the law entrance exams, because 2,034 LLB candidates who sat for this year's examination at the Ghana School of Law entrance exams did fail, and of the 2,824 students from the various law faculties across the country who sat for these exams, only 790 of them passed, representing about 28%, while the failure represents 72%.
It's live here on News 360. We're live on TV3 Ghana, on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. What do we have coming up next?
Business news coming up shortly with Etonam C.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Akrobetu, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop!
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any painting be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
Obnewa. Mommy.
Mama Chelsea.
Fair.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresh breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
happy smiles.
Life must be enjoyed. Life must be lived to the fullest. And that is why Ayo is making insurance accessible to all Ghanaians. With over 5 million Ghana cedis claims paid, we continue to bring smiles to all MTN subscribers across the country. A life or hospital cover for as low as 4 Ghana cedis per month, yet giving us so much to be happy for. We share the goodness Ayo brings with everyone. Dial *296# and follow the prompts to register for Ayo Recharge with Care. Registration is free. Ayo, because you care. Terms and conditions apply. Underwritten by Metropolitan Life Insurance Ghana.
Get digi with it. Get digi with it. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. CBG Mobile, USSD, Young Co. *924#. Bank of the go. Smartphone no, young phone no. Ever fire money transfer. For 3 hour water bill, for 3 hour light bill. Fato credit. *924#. You deserve it. Let's go. Get digi with it. Get digi with it.
CBG is empowering you to get digi with CBG Mobile. Simply dial *924# and get digi with it. CBG, we stand with you.
I have a song I'd love to share with you today. Come on, sing along.
Look what I'm doing, do it just like me. Look what I'm doing, spin around with me. Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing, come and brush with me. Come and brush with me.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all, because I have Cleansoft. Use new Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful.
Cleansoft, my favorite.
Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, clean all.
Are they still coughing? Nowadays, how could you survive in our house? When we hear one, we mix and grind akakedru and vintia and nazi to treat it. But thankfully, we now have honeycomb.
Introducing the new Honey Cough, a non-drowsy herbal cough syrup made with honey and extracts of herbal origins such as ginger, basil, long pepper, violet, and licorice. Effective for relief from cough, sore throat, and throat irritation. New Honey Cough. Class coho away.
Grandma, I feel good.
Manufactured and distributed by NS Chemist Limited. This advertisement is FDA approved.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil,
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights,
Universal Merchant Bank,
Lufat.
Let's do business now. My name is Eton Amse. The Bank of Ghana has so far purchased 280 kilograms of gold as part of its recently launched domestic gold purchase program. This is against a December 2021 target of 540 kilograms of gold. Director of Financial Markets Department of the Bank of Ghana, Steve Opata, says the strategy is to double the quantity in 5 years as a measure to build the country's gold reserve.
I'm fairly optimistic that we'll be able to meet our target for this year. As you know, when we introduced this program, we've not bought gold for a long time. If my memory is right, since the 1960s. So the strategy here is to build on the gold reserves with time. I think we've announced that we'll double our gold reserves in 5 years. And I believe we are on track to do that. Next year, we're even going to increase the quantity to 2,050 kilograms. In terms of how much it will add to our reserves this year, we have to look at the numbers. You know, I think the whole thing is doing the due diligence to make sure that the gold we buy is traceable and can meet the refinery's status. Because as you know, we have to refine it as the London Bullion Market Association certified refinery to be counted as monetary gold. So we have to make sure the gold is traceable, meeting all the criteria for that gold, sustainability questions. So that we are doing, but as you see, it's a very conservative program. So that's why we are being careful in the aggregators we are adding on. I must say we are seeing a lot of interest from mining firms, and when that happens, then we can even exceed our target.
Whilst you're already aware, the Bank of Ghana will no more print the 1 and 2 cedi notes when those in circulation are phased out. Emmanuel Samani has been finding out its impact on the economy and day-to-day transactions.
According to the central bank, the poor handling of the notes leaves them torn and soiled, making it expensive to print.
It is only a matter of time when the 1 and 2 cedi notes would be phased out of the Ghanaian economy. That's according to the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, and they will be replaced by these coins, the 1 and 2 cedi coins.
But how will this affect low-income transactions?
To me, as a market woman, I prefer the papers more than the coins because the coins is very heavy. When you carry the coins, even your bag will be very heavy for you. But the paper is very easy for we, the market women.
Yeah, but we are man. That's the one in the emla. What's this samano? The samano knows how what the coin.
I prefer the coins due to the nature of our job. Sometimes when you give the paper to a passenger, they refuse it because they said it's too soft. So it's good they introduce the coins.
The man was doing it. It's all the coin. But that's a coins there. And you're BBI.
Oh, yeah, because it's money. And I was mean to cousin your mother and madam.
It is good they introduce the coins because we are all working and at the end of the day we want money. So whatever kind of money it is, whether coins or notes, it will be accepted.
I want to buy Ghana for the car.
For banking consultant Nana Otuo Champon, the move is good for low-denomination transactions.
One will attach more value to a high denomination than they would to a low denomination. If you have 1 cedi note and 100 cedi notes, surely you're going to take more care. And as the Bank of Ghana said, they've got piles and piles of the, these 1 cedi notes where they have to process to be able to use them. And once they become damaged, there's no value, but rather it's a cost to the producer, i.e. the Bank of Ghana.
He says the central bank must think of alternatives to the coin, such as polymer bank notes. Ghana currently has the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, and 200 cedi denominations in notes, while 1, 10, 20, 50, 1, and 2 cedis are coins.
Away from the Bank of Ghana, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, together with Cocoa Board, is developing guidelines to regularize the operations of cocoa entrepreneurs. CEO of GEPA, Dr. Efua Asabiasare, who made this known at the Africa Cocoa and Chocolate Expo, noted that the move is intended to expand the cocoa value chain.
Participants from Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, and other countries discuss cocoa development. Cocoa entrepreneurs are made up of small and medium enterprises in the cocoa production value chain.
We are currently considering a draft regulation and guidelines for artisanal chocolate manufacturers and creating an enabling environment to improve their business. Most of the artisanal chocolate manufacturers have expressed their intentions to go into bar processing. Still, they face some constraints in accessing cocoa beans, since by law they cannot buy directly from the cocoa farmer.
The CEO of GEPA, Dr. Efua Asabiasare, expressed the authority's resolve to promote value addition to cocoa.
Our goal is to foster the general knowledge of the different uses of cocoa products and to encourage local consumption. Above all, we also want to draw more of the younger generation into the sector. It is worthy of mention that we have witnessed a recent sharp rise in the number of young entrepreneurs who are venturing into artisanal chocolate production and various other cocoa-based products.
The Agric Ministry is currently introducing measures to increase the country's cocoa production. The expo is on the theme Africa Beyond Beans.
Remember to get a lot more business news on 3news.com. And that'll be it for business for tonight. My name is Eton Amsi. Many thanks for your time.
When we connect, everything is possible. Whatever seems unreachable becomes even closer. Building partnerships, redefining the norms. Because when we connect, being there becomes possible, and new ideas come to life. Stay ahead and stay connected with MTN Business Broadband. Superior internet solutions that drive your dreams. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh or call or WhatsApp 0244 308 111.
UMB Speed Up presents 10 steps to stay safe. If you can, stay home. Wash your hands regularly with soap under running water. Keep alcohol-based hand sanitizer close for frequent use. If you must go out, maintain a safe distance of at least 1 meter from the next person. Cough or sneeze with your mouth and nose covered with tissue, or bend your elbow while doing so. Avoid handshakes or hugs. Keep a mental note of people you have come into contact with or places you've been to. Avoid touching your face with unwashed hands. Drink a lot of fluids and boost your immune system with fruits and vegetables. Bank whenever, wherever with UMB Speed Up. UMB Speed Up. Digibank, let's go.
The show was a jar or bar anyone concrete dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
In Jija, woman malaria and kawan to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a cope.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a 2 malaria sentence.
FDA, I saw a day in Kratway Ajatum say.
Let me see you make a move. Do it all, do it all, do it all.
But I was days, I compromise it all. Either my skin is sensitive or my back's against the wall.
You can have it all. What? Always brings it all.
Okay.
Get tall with new Always 2-in-1. Feather-like softness overall, even on the wings, girl. And rapid dry channels.
Let me see you make a move. Be it all, do it all, have it all.
Always 2-in-1 feathery soft.
Salaga, let's be it now.
Yes! Wow! At 72, I still receive salary alerts because I made the best decision to invest a lump sum into the retirement salary.
Invest a lump sum today in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life, funeral cover, and the option of signing on with a spouse. Please call Old Mutual today, 050-453-4333. Me feel ahotonkwa. Old Mutual, 176 years of doing great things.
Should you rumor to me? Master, a baby, you want to say, oh, my daddy. Roma insecticide spray ada Roma. Interfere, Entatia, Mekecheha. No way. Shemikuno. And Tonton Bako Crown Fanimu. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. And how dare we show? Roma and
Roma and Tonton Master.
4 generations, Ghanaians have had one thing in common, and that's the way we start our day. Wherever your day will take you, start with the energy from Cadbury Rich Cocoa, made from the finest Ghanaian cocoa.
This advert is FDA approved.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Kel Kids Toothpaste, Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
Hello, good evening, and it's time for the sports here on News 360 with me, Thierry Nyan. And we're starting with the Black Stars because Milovan Rajevac has announced his first squad after being named Ghana coach for his second time. Now, this list includes Thomas Partey, Mohamed Kudus, and another returnee, Alfred Duncan. We analyze this latest squad in this report.
The latest Black Star squad has not surprised many. The squad sees the return of Arsenal star Thomas Partey and Ajax midfielder Mohamed Kudus. The pair missed out on the 2022 World Cup qualifiers against Ethiopia and South Africa, and their presence in the latest squad was expected after their return from injuries. So are the inclusions of other stars who will remain in the national team setup for a while. Sports journalist Sadiq Adams thinks the squad was not named by Milovan Rajevac as he has not been at the helm long enough to announce his squad.
I am particularly excited with the return of Alfred Duncan and 1 or 2 new faces, especially Benjamin Tete, who has been scoring for his new club, Yeni Malatyaspor in Turkey. But I don't think that the list was made by Milovan Rajevac. We understood even before his approval that the list had already been sent, and we knew players who had received invitations days before Milovan Rajevac arrived in Ghana. So it may have been facilitated by the Ghana Football Association.
Some also feel that few names in the list decry the pedigree required to make the Black Stars list. Sadiq Adams is one of them.
The calling of a goalkeeper from the 4th tier of English League is something that quite beats my mind, like that of Kwame Poku. I do not think that we have to invite players from that lower levels. If you are fit enough and capable of playing for the Black Stars, you should be playing in the top flight league, competitive no matter your talent and skill. You should be able to play at the top level football to get a place in the Black Stars. We do not have to reduce the Black Stars to players plying their trade in amateur leagues and lower leagues. It doesn't augur well.
Ghana take on Zimbabwe in Cape Coast on October 9 before taking the Warriors on again in a return leg in Harare 3 days later.
All right, so away from here we go straight to Europe then, and if you're a Chelsea fan, please turn away because there's not good news. Chelsea midfielder N'Golo Kante has tested positive for the coronavirus and will miss Wednesday's Champions League tie. Now, the 30-year-old France international will isolate for 10 days. He will not feature against Southampton in the Premier League on Saturday and is also likely to miss France's Nations League game with Belgium on October 7. Blues boss Thomas Tuchel said that he did not know how many of his players are vaccinated against the COVID-19. But of course, still related to this, the likes of Christian Pulisic, Mason Mount, and Reece James will also miss out on that particular game against Juventus later tomorrow. All right, so away from here, we're going straight to the UEFA Champions League, where there are some very interesting, results or scorelines as it is, in the competition. Shakhtar Donetsk playing out a 0-0 draw with Inter Milan. Ajax also leading Besiktas by 2-0 as we speak. AC Milan also leading Atletico Madrid by 1-0. Paris Saint-Germain against Manchester City currently has only 1 goal in it, and it's Idrissa Gana Gueye who has that one in there in the first half. FC Porto also losing to Liverpool by 1-0 in some of these games that you have at the moment. And we are going straight to this particular one, and that happens to be some decisions taken by UEFA, the governing body, in Europe when it comes to football. And they have said that UEFA has halted disciplinary action against Barcelona, Juventus and Real Madrid over their involvement in the proposed European Super League. The move comes after a court in Madrid ruled that UEFA should not punish the 3 remaining clubs. All right, so on that note, we bring an end to the sport here on News 360. My name is Theo, and I'll bring some more sports later, right here on TV3. The news continues. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to Dewa NLA 539 Direct Draw Results, coming to you live from the Brennan Hall of the National Lottery Authority. The winning numbers for tonight's draw are Congratulations to all Dewa NLA 539 direct winners for tonight. See you same time tomorrow. Be the next winner. Simply dial *446# and select option 1 to play Dewa NLA 539 direct. You can also play at selected Lotto kiosks across the country. Dewa NLA 539 direct. Afa winning no. It's shock. Kale, yeah, kinda direct. Now what's this saying? With Dewa NLA 539 direct, you only have to select up to 5 numbers from 1 to 39. To play, dial *446# across all mobile networks and select option 1. With a minimum of 2 Ghana cedis, you can bet on direct 1. Match the first number and win 20 times your stake. Direct 2. Match 2 numbers and win 45 times your stake. Direct 3. Match 3 numbers and win 400 times your stake. Direct 4. Match 4 and win 5,000 times your stake. Direct 5. Match all 5 numbers to win 50,000 times your stake. The more you play, the more you win. Look out for the draw results on TV3 News at 7 p.m. Win easy, win every day with Dewa NLA 539 direct. Afa, winning no, it's shock.
Imagine that this is you and this is your taxi. You can go wherever you want in it. Imagine that taxis are affordable, because now they are. Order a ride via Yango.
Royal Aroma has introduced fortified rice that contains iron, vitamin B3, B6, B9, B12 and zinc. And what is more, these nutrients remain in your rice even after washing and cooking.
Yay!
Yay! Isn't it heavy? Where are you going with the bag?
No, I can carry it. I want to share it with my friends.
New Royal Aroma fortified rice for you and your family. This advert is FDA approved.
All new Close-Up Ever Fresh. Wait, what's new? It now has triple fresh formula that cleans, protects and cools thanks to a powerful combination of 1. Purifying gel, 2. Antibacterial mouthwash formula, 3. Ice cool crystals that cleans deeply, fights up to 99% of bacteria and intensely cools to keep you protected and fresh long after brushing. Close-Up Triple Fresh formula cleans, protects and cools.
To help fight the spread of germs, learn Lifebuoy's hand washing habits. Wash hands with soap or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Together, let's help fight the spread of germs in Africa.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Time to believe in you. We are changing, so should you. If you dream
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
So that mom can be able to open the door. This is it.
Here's my little brother doing something special. He's setting the camera up with another bright idea.
This is open the door.
This is Yay!
Mom, I got it.
Now you can be part of the extraordinary world of endless possibilities on Vodafone. With the best value and amazing data offers and services available in Ghana, your dreams are achievable. Get more for less with Vodafone data. Vodafone. Together we can.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Puma Drinks.
Hello again, it's now time for entertainment news. And yesterday we had Safwa from the Ashanti region. Today our guest presenter is Minu from the Western region.
Menu, Ottenden.
Muhuye now say.
You kram kakrakra.
Yedanyamiasi.
How's it been? Preparations ahead of the grand finale on Sunday?
Still on it.
Wow, let's get with it now, shall we?
Okay. Good evening and welcome to the entertainment segment. My name is Minu. It's been 10 years since the Ashanti region won its first and only GMB crown. But Safwa, the pride of the region, is fired up to capture the crown. Naftali Ba takes a look at her journey and plans for the final.
She is bold, intelligent, and self-motivated.
Safwa is a very enthusiastic and passionate, young, beautiful lady who always wants to afford people around her that opportunity to be the best version of themselves. I'm fun to be with. Well, I would leave that to you, but I love to have fun. I love to be myself.
Just like her other competitors, Safwa from the Ashanti region set out with the intention of not only making indigents from her region proud, but win the ultimate prize.
We are in the 14th edition of Ghana's Most Beautiful, and so far it's only 2011 Ekuya took the crown to the Ashanti region. I strongly believe that this year is for Ashanti region. The Bible even said that we should declare a thing and it shall be. So looking at what is going on, the favor, the grace, even getting to this far, we will never get here and settle for less. So I strongly believe that the crown has to come to Ashanti region, and it will.
24-year-old Benedicta Safwa Samoa has stayed competitive, showing strong fortitude on stage.
The cockroach is resilient even till death. And that is the philosophy of we the Ashantis. We fight even with our last breath.
Making it to the grand finale, according to the research assistant, is a dream come true. Her GMB journey has been thrilling and enlightening.
I'm so excited. First of all, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to God, and it has made me also appreciate the support system I have. Strangers I never knew see me and they love me, so it makes me really feel good about this whole thing, and I'm excited that I've been able to make it to the top.
To Safwa, her greatest challenge and biggest threat on the show is how to be a better version of herself.
Because every time I strive to do better than what I did yesterday.
The poster girl is determined to rewrite the story.
If Safwa doesn't win, Safwa is winning.
It certainly would be a keenly contested finale, but she's counting on the support from her region.
So what I know is that I will put up my best, do what I can. I know my supporters out there are praying for me and pushing through votes for me and all. So I will do my best. Even if it doesn't work, I know it will work.
So we wish Safwa all the best. That will be all for the entertainment segment tonight. My name again is Minu. the Western Regional Representative in this year's Ghana's Most Beautiful. Kindly keep your votes coming in to help me win the ultimate crown. The code still remains *713*13# across all networks. Thank you.
*713 *7#.
All the best to you, Menu.
Thank you very much.
Just wanted to know the code.
Oh, coming up is international news.
Health Organization says it is horrified at the findings of a report into alleged sexual abuse by aid workers tackling the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Africa Regional Director Machidiso Mweti apologized to the women and girls who suffered because of the actions of our staff between 2018 and 2020. The report found that 21 of 83 alleged perpetrators had been employed by the WHO. The abuses, which include 9 allegations of rape, were committed by both national and international staff. Local women said they were plied with drinks and forced to have sex. WHO Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus said it was inexcusable. The Nigerian government.
There's more news on 3news.com. Make some time and visit 3news.com. Also, the 3 News app. Join me and the rest of the team tomorrow morning on 3FM 92.7 from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. My name is Alfred Okansi.
And I am Portia Gabo. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Good evening.
Se wopese woku malaria yade a malaria parasite mawano etumi ne ndi akansie bia enu ntini ehi adro bete se Luzatra ne sika wo mu ne yemienu na etumi etu malaria mawana se totroto Luzatra etumi ne malaria mawana de sie ni blow by blow enu nti uhia Luzatra kura active ingredient mienu na enu nti malaria parasite no etumi nandan ne ho senya oyeda no for Luzatra ne you malaria yade ni furu hom ansa na obefa malaria dro bia no emra no kire se esese okoye test na ohu se malaria mwa no wo mujam FDA ahwehwe sa adwade nkratoi age atum se eyen Luzatra kutia malaria yade blow by blow blow by blow blow by blow.
Looks like an ordinary night out, right? But then this happens.